And we are go.
Hi everyone, my name's Kirsty McAndrew, and it's a real pleasure to come and deliver this meditation. I've called it Va Va Voom, and I think the title said get your Va Va Voom on. I think this particular one was chosen as an ideal session for getting over or getting through hump day. But just the general thought of Va Va Voom and reigniting zest for life and re-energizing, I think, is something that at the moment, having gone through this journey with COVID, especially, and all of the anxiety perhaps, or the stress, whatever has occurred for you, there's this sort of like background anxiety that I think we're all navigating, and that can be quite draining on our energy. The meditation itself is going to last roughly 20 minutes. So just to, before we go into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about perhaps one of the things that we don't necessarily think of as particularly draining, and what might be impacting on our zest for life. You know, sometimes you can, for example, begin a role, be really enthusiastic, and further down the line, you're like, where's my passion gone? Where's all of that excitement and enjoyment gone? And sometimes, totally, it's to do with workload. Sometimes we realize we're not quite on the right path. But on other times, what can be really, really draining is how we are managing our emotions and how we're responding to what's going on around us. So just a little tip in terms of what I'm finding really useful with people at the moment is having an awareness, trying to stay open to what is occurring, both, you know, from a mindfulness perspective, observing what is going on in our minds, and as much as possible being an observer, being the witness, rather than getting engaged in, you know, we can get involved in sort of dramas in our mind. That is enormously draining. The other aspect of that, because linked to every thought, there's a feeling. And some of the feelings like anger, resentment, guilt, sadness, grief, I call them kind of lower vibrational energies. And you know what I mean by that in the sense of the impact that will have on your body and the way you're feeling, and just it lowers your energy levels. And the key with this, what we tend to do, or what we can do, when we start to experience something like that, we constrict against it. We try not to feel it's uncomfortable. And the best thing that we can do for ourselves is be aware, first of all, is step one, but then just relax with it. Try and breathe with it, stay open and allow it, because every emotion, every feeling is just an energy, and that energy wants to move through us. And part of our, you know, in our culture and our conditioning, we've been taught almost, and it's become habitual, we shut down from certain emotions. Now, the problem with that is when we're trying to avoid feeling the more, what we would call unpleasant emotions, is we also then numb ourselves to the more vibrant, the higher energy, like the more enriching emotions as well. So really, the key here is just to allow it. Allow everything to move through, breathe through it. Your breath is your like real greatest gift in this. So witness, breathe through it, allow it. And then from the space afterwards, once you feel the charge has gone, you can also acknowledge it. That helps to remove the charge and that sort of intensity. You can actually then work on feeling something else, a more enjoyable energy, and that will come through your sort of keys for doing that are your focus. What are you focusing your attention on? And ideally moving your focus to what you would love to be happening, what you want to be doing, energizing that, because that has an impact on your nervous system as well. And then also like self-generating that emotion. So if I was doing that, if that was the outcome, what would I be feeling? And you can elicit that either from a past memory or just sometimes with practice, you can do that anyway. So that's just a little tip in terms of reigniting passion. I mean, there's a lot of trauma that people have experienced on different levels. We might not necessarily want to call something trauma, but we've all experienced stuff in the last 18 months. And so that emotional mastery is really important for helping us stay energized, as is making sure that, you know, you're doing things that you love every day. That will help increase energy and reignite your zest for life. And moving, lots of movement, and that will also help the emotion move through and leave you feeling clearer. So those are the tips, or a bigger tip. So now we're going to go into this meditation. It's a combination of meditation techniques and creative visualization. So no right or wrong way of doing this. Make sure that you're in a quiet space as much as possible. Know that you can move out of this at any time. When we start focusing on our breath, sometimes emotions can come up. And so you can either just keep breathing through that, or just open your eyes, look around if you've got your eyes closed. If you start to feel lightheaded at all, then again, open your eyes, but you can like rub your hands together or clap your hands, stamp your feet, and that will bring you back kind of energetically more present in your body. And that should help. So, you know, that should help you kind of ground, if you like, and that should stop you feeling lightheaded. And you may not. So hopefully this will be an entirely pleasant experience. So we will begin. So just choosing now to be fully present. I'm going to have my eyes closed as well, but just choosing to be fully present here in the moment, to give this to yourself. And to choose to put aside any distractions, anything that you may have been thinking about that's had your energy scattered outside of yourself. And we're going to be pulling it back in to ourselves, because that's another thing that can help energize us. So turning your attention inwards and just observing your breath. Going in and out. And perhaps as you're observing, it gets a little slower, a little deeper, but you're still allowing it just to be really natural. And if it's comfortable to you or for you, then you can close your eyes. It's entirely up to you. And just choose for yourself to receive whatever you most need through this meditation. It may be called Va Va Voom, but perhaps right now what you need is just something a little bit more relaxing. But choose to receive what is true for you, what is right for you. Observing your breath, acknowledging, witnessing any thoughts or feelings currently going on. Don't need to try and change them, just witness. And know through this meditation, it's not essential to stay still. If you find as you're breathing and focusing, we're going to do a little bit of a body scan now. As you're doing that, just feel free to move your body, or let your body move as it wishes. So let your awareness drop to the soles of your feet. And just observe the soles of your feet. And let your awareness drift up to your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs. If you're seated, feeling that contact with the backs of your legs on the chair. And bringing your awareness into your hips. Letting them soften. And if you can, allowing yourself to feel held by your chair or by whatever you're sitting on or lying on. Bringing your awareness to your belly. Allowing the breath to move all the way into your belly. And let your awareness drift to the small of your back. Now drifting your awareness up through your stomach, your solar plexus area, your middle back, into your chest. And just lingering here, becoming aware of your heart, your heartbeat. Even imagining your heart softening. Bringing your awareness to your upper back, your chest, your shoulders. Maybe with that awareness, they just drop a little. And let your awareness now drift down your arms into your fingertips and just notice any sensations. Are they warm? Are they tingling? Are they cold? And now bringing your awareness to your throat. Back of your neck, base of your skull, your jaw, your cheeks, your eyes in their sockets, your forehead and scalp. Now returning your awareness to the base of your spine. Going to imagine here like you've got roots coming out of the base of your spine like a tree, or it could be big thick cord going down through the foundations of the building, all the way down through the layers of rocks and soil, right the way down to the core of the earth. Imagine those roots or that cord wrapping around the center of the earth, right at the core, feeling that connection there. And maintaining that connection, letting your awareness just drift up. Bringing with it all of the nourishment of the earth, all of the nutrients, the moisture, the aliveness, bringing that, receiving that into the base of your spine. And keep breathing in and out. Just going to bring our awareness to our senses now. I want you to notice what you can hear, the loudest sound, the softest sound. Now what you can feel. Where do you feel on your body the most connected or the most pressure on the chair? Maybe there's a gentle breeze on your skin. Now, even with your eyes closed, if they're closed, what can you see? Maybe it's just light. Maybe you can see an imprint of whatever is around you. And finally, just become aware of what you can taste and what you can smell. So we're just going to do a little exercise now where we're energizing. If you're aware, we have it's like 7 main energy centers of our body. And all we're going to do is focus on those areas. And you can send those areas perhaps a blessing or love or appreciation, whatever feels right for you. But we're going to start at the base of the spine. This is our root. Bring your awareness there and then just send that appreciation or love or a blessing if that feels right for you. Not trying to change anything, just becoming aware and appreciating. And now shifting up to just below the navel, sending appreciation here. Again, it's fine to move your body if you find that it wants to move. And keep breathing. And bringing your awareness to your solar plexus area just below your rib cage. Appreciating, loving. Allowing the breath fully in here. And into the heart area or center of your chest. Appreciating this area. And into your throat. Just appreciating. And now to your, what's called your third eye area, the space between your two eyes. Bringing your awareness there and appreciating. And finally, the top of your head. There's some appreciation. And we're going to go on a little creative visualization journey now, imagining yourself in a lush, beautiful forest. You can feel your feet on the ground, the earth beneath your feet. Maybe you're even barefoot, and you can feel the soil, soft soil between your toes, gentle breeze on your skin, the sunshine on your face, some vibrant green trees and bushes, the occasional splash of colour from the flowers, the wild flowers in this forest. And you imagine walking through the forest, taking in all of the beauty, and the vibrant colours. It's almost like you can feel these colours bathing you, receiving the energy of these, energizing you. And as you're walking along the path in the forest, it starts to fork. We're just going to walk along the left-hand fork of the path. Imagine yourself taking that left-hand fork, winding through the forest, breathing in the pure, clear air, marveling at the beauty that's reflected back at you. And this path takes you to a rock pool in the forest with crystal clear water. And you're in an opening now where the sun's shining down. Just a really pleasant, enjoyable feeling. You're curious about this pool and you walk over to the edge and you see your reflection in there. What's incredible is this reflection is glowing with vitality, with energy. It's a version of you that is in your most vibrant, healthy, zesty expression. And just observe what you notice. Perhaps there are certain qualities. It's really palpable, the glowing vibrancy. And just receiving that fully. And it's so tempting now to just slip into the water or dive bomb into the water, however you feel, just to fully connect with that energy. So choosing whenever you feel ready just to step fully into that, slip into that, jump into that. And as you do, you're fully embodying this energized, vibrant, alive version of you. And just notice from this space what you're seeing, what you're feeling, even what you're hearing. And be open here to receive any messages as well of things that maybe you could do to help be this version of you. Maybe there's a message in here. But really connect with this energized, alive, vital version of you. And see what you want to do in the water. Maybe you just want to play about. Maybe you just want to relax and be held by the buoyancy. Breathing it in. And knowing now, having experienced that you can always return to this, you can always imagine being this version of you, receiving this, feeling this, just coming to the side of the pool, gently easing out, and just sitting to the side, resting against a rock. And now if it feels comfortable to you, just placing your hands over your heart. Bring your awareness to your heart. And breathing in still that version of you. But now also breathing in a sense of appreciation and love. And maybe here helps to think of someone you love or something you love. It can be a pet, it can be a person, it can be a thing. Breathing in that love. And really receiving it, keeping your awareness on your chest area, on your heart. Maybe here it helps to have a little smile on your face. Feeling gratitude and appreciation and just asking yourself, what am I grateful for today? Just see what comes. Keep breathing in that appreciation and love. And now we're going to start on the out breath to send it out. So first of all, we're sending it out just to the trees and the creatures and anyone in the forest. Breathing it in and then sending it out. Breathing it in and now sending it out beyond the forest, all the way out. Breathing it in. Imagine now sending it out to everyone in the UK and especially anyone that really needs this love right now. Fully receiving it too for yourself on the in-breath and letting it flood your whole body. And finally now, imagining on the out-breath, sending out to the whole world. Just notice here, perhaps you feel a sense of connection with life, with others as you're doing this. And then if you have got your hands on your heart, just letting them fall into your lap or to the side of you. And we're coming back now. Choosing to remember that feeling of being really energized and alive. And if you didn't get any messages, just be open to receiving some insights, maybe over the next 24 hours. Bringing your awareness fully to your breath, fully to your body. Just starting to wiggle fingers and toes. Rubbing your hands together. Quite vigorously so you can feel the heat. And then putting your palms over your eyes. And then whenever you're ready, dropping your hands, give your feet a bit of a stamp. Opening your eyes whenever you're ready and coming back. So that is the end of the meditation. My recommendation is drink lots of water through the day. You might be processing things, you might not be.
Thank you, Kirsty.
Welcome.
Brilliant, thank you.
Ready for the last part of the day.
I know, this is it. I'll stop the recording now. Let me stop that. And just wanted to thank you for the session.